don't buy the shit in the first place. That's what I said. I said that to a mum one day when she came into my clinic and she had little Johnny with her. And little Johnny was about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old. And I'm going back 20 years, but it's such a big memory for me. The mum brought the little guy in and she sat him down. She's going, "You've got to help me, Jen. You're my last resort. Please tell me what to do." All he wants to eat for breakfast and all the time is sausage rolls. And I sat there and thought about it for a moment. And I looked at her and I looked at the little guy and I went, "I've got a solution for you. Stop buying bloody sausage rolls." Pretty simple. I'm like, really? Like, seriously? Yeah, I get that kids have got a preference or something. And I've talked all about acid and alkaline and all those things. That's not what today's conversation is as to why we crave different things. Go back to my previous podcasts. What I want to talk about today is proximity. So what is proximity and how is it governing, ruling our lives? Because it really does. Tony Robbins, who's a super cool, I'm sure you've all heard of Tony Robbins, Anthony Robbins, whatever you want to call him, who's a very cool inspirational speaker. And I did one of his workshops a year ago and he did such a cool, simple explanation of what proximity was that I wanted to share it with you because that's what I was doing to that mother. I was saying to get the sausage rolls out of the kids' proximity. So when it comes to proximity, the thing that is around us the most influences us the most. And that goes for the stuff we want in our lives and the stuff we don't want in our lives. So think about it. I love surfing. I talk about it, I'm sure, through most of my podcasts. I watch surfing videos and YouTubes and movies and stuff. Why? Because it's there and it's my conversation for life. Which one of my conversations for life, but I live near the beach because I want to go surfing. Okay. I have my surfboards. I've got my surfing stuff around me because it's what I want to fill my conversation for life up with because it feeds me energy. Now, the same way, if you're the person who loves eating chocolate and your body doesn't need it right at the moment, don't buy chocolate. If you're the kind of person who loves savory things like chippies, and your habit is to want chippies in the afternoon, don't buy chippies. If they're not in the house, they're not in your proximity, there's less chance of you being tempted to go that way. If you've got someone in your life that doesn't feed you energy, a family member, an ex-partner, or whatever it is, it doesn't matter, a friend, you've got someone who doesn't feed you energy, you want to keep their proximity away from you. So whether you unfollow them on something, social media and stuff, you want that conversation for life not to be in your face because otherwise you're tempted to go there. Whether it's, if I go to the movies, because I love going to the big screen, but I'll have a feed before I go. Why? Because otherwise I'm going to want the smell of the popcorn when it's just been made, smothered in butter. My body doesn't need that. So I'll have a feed before I go to the movies. So I'm not tempted to have the shit food. I'm just as human as you guys, but the proximity is what brings us undone. When that thing that is either for us and good for us is in our proximity, yes, it'll feed us energy. You know how you feel if you're around your partner or, kids, cats, loved ones, friends, whatever it is, and they lift your vibe. You know also what it's like being around someone, even if you're just following them on social media, for instance, which is huge nowadays, that they suck your energy out. Move your proximity. This is what this is about. It's a really simple, quick one today, but like for that mother who was buying the kid their sausage rolls, the kid, she knows the sausage rolls are not good for the kid. Pretty simple. Don't buy the sausage rolls. Now, is the kid going to chuck a performance for a while? 100%. Absolutely. It's in their habit. They're going to do it. And I'm not the kid counselor to work on that stuff, but I sure know when we were kids, we ate what was on our plate. And yes, it was the 60s and we were poor and all that stuff. But if you don't want them to eat the crap food, don't buy the crap food. And obviously be the example for that yourself. So if you're tempted, because kids learn everything from the adults, keep any of those tempting things that are taking you away from the health and life that you want Just don't put them in your proximity. Don't put them in your house. If you're going to go grocery shopping, have a full belly before you go shopping, because you'll always buy more crap food if you go there hungry. It's just a reality. So I just wanted to touch on the fact that there is this thing in life called proximity. That thing that is around us is either feeding us energy or it's sucking the life out of us. What you want to do is, if it's an energy sucker in life, remove yourself from its proximity. If it's a food, don't buy it. Don't put it in the house. If it's alcohol, don't put it in the house. Whatever it is. If it's you've been hanging around with someone who's toxic and sucks the life out of you, stop following them on social media. Stop instigating contact and stuff. Remove yourself from the proximity until you're strong enough to deal with it and everything that comes with that relationship or whatever. It's only a short one today, but I promise it's big and it's powerful. In the meantime, if something's working for you, surround yourself more with it. I want to grow my surfing. So I consciously watch stuff that's going to feed that conversation for me. It feeds my learning on surfing. But at the same time, if there's something that's taxing you, draining your energy, remove yourself from it. That's the healthy life hack. What's working for you in life, what's not working for you in life, what is in your proximity that you need to remove, what is in your proximity that you want to bring more in of because it's feeding you energy. Simple, easy one today. Thanks for being part of it. And tune in next episode, because I'm going to be talking all about walking tall in life. Going to let myself feel very vulnerable and share a big story in my life. That's why I haven't walked tall in my life and the learnings from it. So tune in for that one.